Sorry, Earth signs, just that I am really cold. So I'm going to put on my hoodie. It is freezing in here. And I cannot find my husband's comfy PJs. So, I had a very long, good sleep. I fell asleep like around 7 p.m. last night, and I did not wake up till like 3 in the morning. I slept my full 8, which feels odd. I'm usually running on 5 hours of sleep. Maybe you are, Earth signs, and Spirit is asking for you to rest because right now you are jumping timelines. Okay. Oh, shit, fudge. All right. So this is going to be for all my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns, whether you have it in Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or North Node. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so I can be picking up on your signs of the Crosswatcher. This is what you all need to know now, October 10th, all the way till October 22nd, or when Scorpio season begins. But since I am going to be extremely busy mid-October until like the second week of November, I'm going to try to get ahead and push out as much readings as I can. But alrighty, corre se va. So you do get the witch at the end of the world here. And the world needs you. There's an important ending that needs to happen for a new beginning, Earth signs. Grumpy Red Fairy, be true to yourself. And Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. So fairies could be very significant to you. I'm going to be aging myself. This kind of reminds me of the Hot Topic fairies. Like, I remember I used to get journals back in the day, like in the mid-2000s when, you know, you could go buy trip clothing. I went last week to Hot Topic and I was like, what happened to all the cool corsets that I would save up for and get my little card and be stamped? Elder emo over here. But, that's, maybe you're into that kind of monitas or figurines. But I'm seeing that you're upset about something and people are tired of you being upset, but it's like, no, I am within my right to be upset, because if you were to be going through these things, you yourself would be extremely upset and you wouldn't like it. You'd be like, ¿Eh? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? ¿Eh? Hochis. And so you're just like, absolutely not, dude. So some people are mad that you're mad, and I hate when that happens. I hate when I'm upset and then people are like, yeah, ahí vas, and it's like, what, chingas a tu madre, gato. Y si it would have happened to you, tú también fueras a andar ahí desponjado y echando madres. Y yo soy bien corajuda. Like, that's one thing that people can tell you about Clarissa, is that she is a fucking crash out. Like, esa sí te la canta. Esa no tiene pelos en la lengua. And maybe that's how you need to start being, Earth signs. Start being like, you got me fucked up. Like, dear diary, today everybody had me fucked up. Even the dog. Like, kind of one of those things. Even Firulais was acting out today. So it's time for you to be brave and be fucking mad. Be mad. I don't know why I'm getting that scene where it's like, Christina's gone. The little tramp took all your money. I don't know why I'm getting that scene. She wasn't doing enough for me, in my opinion. Like, girl, why didn't you stab him? I guess Felipe is right. It's always violence with me. Sex and violence. Sex and violence. All right. Yeah, you're being extremely strict here about what it is that you do or you don't want. You're like, I don't know. You're not sucking my energy. I'm going to suck yours out. Hey, Earth signs, either be the one that is siphoned or be the one siphoning the energy. Take your pick. Take your pick. You guys are going into your villain era, and I love this for you. You're going to seize an opportunity here to finally go somewhere Like someone's going to give you a job offer, or possibly an Aquarius. And I'm also seeing that you are going to seize an opportunity to read somebody's messages, and it's going to start a fight. Or you've read somebody's messages. You're not even going to be surprised about this, Capricorn or Sag. This could involve a Sag or a Capricorn. And you're just going to be like, okay, I see how it is. You do that and I'll do this. So you're going to find out that an Emperor was definitely trying to shoot a shot with somebody else. He wanted to go stand up on it in somebody else's pond or whatever you want to call it. Maybe you like wading ponds, or something about duck ponds could be significant here. But you're also going to set yourself free. You're going to be pissed off like chingao, like under my nose this entire time. This pendejo was doing this and that and the third, but it's okay because I had suspected it and I've already become detached anyway. So I'm not too mad. But the fact that I wasted time when I could have been getting a bag elsewhere, that's what pisses me off. And rightfully so, Earth signs, rightfully so. So you're going to be like honoring your emotions and having feelings is normal. I don't know where in society they started being like, you can't cry, you can't get mad. Like, fuck off. First of all, we are souls having a human experience. It is okay to be emotional. It's what you do with those emotions that you make you or break you. Like some of you want to go on Facebook and post all your fucking problems on Facebook. I have been guilty of doing this shit in the past too. You cannot be doing that, because there's people that just like to look at your post and be like, mira esta pendeja, otra vez ahí va. Or then there's someone that's like, oh my God, I wish somebody would just treat this person right so they would just shut up. And then there's other people that are like, hey, wey, esta persona tiene manicomio, they need to go be talking to a therapist. Because prior to social media, would you go up to a stranger and be like, look at my photos here, and then look what I did today? No, if you were to do that back in the day, people would think you're fucking crazy and severely narcissistic and you need to go talk to somebody. Now with the uptick in social media, that's starting to come to a rise, and there's studies on it. You can go into EBSCOhost and look that up. But, and those are peer-reviewed journals, by the way. But what was I going to go on with this tangent here? Sorry, ADHD brain. My students help me remember when I need to remember. Okay, honor your feelings. So you need to honor your feelings. Like, get a journal, write it out, go talk to a therapist, an actual therapist, not ChatGPT, for the love of fucking God. Or talk to a pastor. They have degrees in pastoral counseling. And they will, having like an outside opinion, an unbiased opinion, someone that does not know you or your friends giving you unbiased outside looking in advice is sometimes all we need. A veces we just need to hear it from another person, from a stranger, and you'll be like, I never thought about it that way. Interesting. And you need to have the foresight to be self-aware enough to be like, you know what, aquí es donde la cago y aquí no. And I feel like this is the second time I have to tell you Earth signs this during Libra season, where you guys are where you guys have to survey, what are my weaknesses and what are my strengths? Where am I good at y donde la estoy cagando that I need to work on? And it's not to pick on you Earth signs, it's just, yo también la cago. Like, I'm really good at working out, la cago in not eating, skipping my meals, drinking chingos of coffee, chingos of water, only eating once a day. Pero muy bien que me la quiero tirar chingona running a fucking marathon. Like, no, bitch. It don't work that way. You gotta eat your carbs and your glycogen and all that shit. No vas a correr 8 millas en pinche fumes. You're not. I mean, you can, but then you're gonna be getting Charlie horse left and right. But we all have things we need to improve on, and that's okay. Like Plato says in his meditations, a life that you do not examine is not a life worth living. Let me repeat that again. A life that you do not survey or examine is not a life worth living. And it's a very good, if you're into philosophy, I know I am. I would like to sit in Nolan's lectures and just listen even when I didn't have the class. I think it's called Meditations, where he attacks the senses on like mirages, dreams, and I forgot the third one where he is like, the way I understood it and interpreted it, that like, if you're just living to get drunk on the weekends, then you're not really living life. You're just kind of going through the motions and coasting. And it's so much more than that. But I highly recommend you read that. Maybe that'll give you some kind of foresight. Maybe, I don't know, listen to TED Talks on Plato, Aristotle, Socrates. Find out there. If you really, really want to get depressed, go into Kierkegaard. His view of Christianity is insane. But, all right. But This was someone that you thought you and them were going to be together forever, but not really. But you already began to detach from this person. And as you were detaching, your true kind of appeared. This could be a Pisces. But I don't know if this is someone you have been communicating with or not. So you already have options. Like this person that was cheating on you, this air sign, you were like, oh, you thought you had options? Yeah, you don't know what you don't even know. You don't know. Right? And I do see a possible divorce coming in here, Taurus, Libra. Yeah. Four of Wands to the Judgment in the reverse to this. Yeah. Like there's no victory to gain out of this marriage, out of this union, out of this relationship, or whatever it is you had going on here. I'm saying it's love. For some of you, it's friendship, but there's just no love lost between you and this person. Like they betrayed you one time too many, and it has to end in order for something good to start. You have to let this go. Like either esoterically talk it out, like write a page on it and burn it, but like this has to be released in order for the good and the new stuff to come in. I'm also seeing to be very careful. Like you might get a text message saying that you owe the DMV money. No, you don't. That's a scam. That is a scam. Do not respond. Block the number. They will not text you or call you. Or you might have to pay a ticket of sorts here. Earth signs, be careful. Don't be speeding. Slow your speed. No estés manejando too fast. Oy, bien Tex-Mex. And I also see you trying to set up somebody. You're setting up a trap for an Aquarius to get caught messing around with a younger fire sign, a Sag. But it's not going to work because they're not messing around with a Sag. They're messing around with a Pisces and or a Cancer. I thought the Pisces. Yeah, and they're a lot closer than you think. This is someone that could travel between two cities a lot to collaborate with this person or with you. Yeah, you can even room and board this person. Dude, that's fucking foul, but okay. Yeah, but this person's going to have car trouble or something about cars is very significant. Don't be drinking and driving. But the person your husband or your wife is cheating on you with, you have broken bread with this person in the house. The person you think they're cheating on you. This is the second time I get this Earth sign. You keep accusing whoever this Aquarius is of having an affair with an Aries, Leo, or a Sag, and that's not true. Because the Aries, Leo, and the Sag does not like that person. Like, if they could get into a fist fight with them and get away with it, they would. They absolutely would get scrappy pappy with them. But and that person doesn't even know where you live, has never set foot in your house. However, this Cancer and this Pisces, Taurus, they have. You conviven muy bien y están compartiendo de la misma leche. Es todo lo que les voy a decir. And no, I'm not translating that. I don't know if Duolingo teaches that. Baby, I'll trace it. Sorry. Cafecito. But all right, let's moving on. El chisme está bueno aquí. But it's a Pisces and a Cancer. It's gonna have you feeling some type of way. This person might dress up like a fairy or an angel for Halloween, and they might expose a secret to you about a Taurus or a Libra. And it's going to have you feeling some type of way. This person might just outright confess to you if they haven't. October 8th, that was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, ando bien norteada. About, because this person could have been spying on this fire sign already, and they're going to tell you, no, this fire sign absolutely hates. So I don't know if you asked somebody to spy on this fire sign for you, Earth signs, but that's the person that's banging your husband. But okay, I tú, that's stupid. Yeah, like the three people that work together, you say, "Eva muy bien," it's for a reason, and it's gonna really upset you. Because you could have already asked them, do you really got to work that close with that person? And they're like, what are you talking about? That they totally gaslit your ass. Yeah, Taurus, get rid of this Aquarius. They're trash, boo. I don't even like you, and I'm telling you, get rid of them. And then I wonder why I have such a reputation for being a mean bitch. I don't think so. I think I'm just reactive. Yeah, no. This isn't even worth fighting, Taurus, Earth signs. Just block them. They're not worth it. I know some of you want to take them to the graveyard. Don't do it. Mira, ahora sí es el día 10. Aplácanse. Don't nobody be pissing me off today. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, I have stopped lighting reversal candles. I stopped doing all that. I just pray. Because then sooner or later I find out what it is that person does. Esa gente solo se lo hace. Yeah, somebody was trying to mess with your health. Take more vitamins. Or since we do have flu season coming around, or we're already in the middle of it, cuídate, take more vitamins here so you don't miss work. Also, be mindful of your drinks. I got this for fire signs as well. Like, if they're not preparing them in front of you, don't drink them. Yeah, look. The Queen of Wands is in the upright, which is the fire sign, and the King of Swords, which is an air sign, is in the reverse. These two do not fucking get along. Like, they really do hate each other. It's an act. No, it's not an act. This is, oh shit. This is for realsies. They really no se llevan bien. No se van a llevar bien. But why is this King of Swords pressed with this Queen of Wands? Because he can't delay her. And because she doesn't see him as wish fulfillment. And because you might be dealing with a fire sign, or you have fire in your chart, Earth signs, but someone's upset that this fire sign will not be a third party. Like, they're not with the games and shit, and that's what's pissing this air sign off. And slowing him down at the same time. Like, he keeps on trying to slow down this fire sign or you. And since you are married to him, or if you're in a karmic contract with him, like whenever he gets the rebote, it affects you too. That's why in the 48 laws of power, it says avoid the unlucky, because then that energy rubs off on you. And it's true. Yeah, someone's really trying to slow down your finances, but I don't see that happening. This is someone that you already axed out of your life. Something about 2018, 2010 could be significant. Or this is someone you were with 8 years and you got rid of them. Gemini. This was someone that was very greedy. They wanted their cake and eat it too. But you got the victory by blocking them, or that's how you're gonna get the victory, Earth signs. Like, you just gotta block whoever your soon-to-be exes, or whoever you want to leave out. Like, just block them. You don't owe them an explanation. Like, that's one thing I hate. Like, I stopped talking to someone because her energy was just super weird and chaotic. And she's one of those people that no le puedes decir nada. Like, you really cannot be like, hey, dude, like, just my opinion, the way I see things, I think it's this and that. And they'll be like, no, you're just a hater. Me estás haciendo brujería. Like that. That fucking quickly. She turns on you. And you just can't with people like that. Like, it doesn't matter. You can have the best intentions in the world, but until they take accountability and go to therapy and do all that shadow work and realize that not everybody's out to fucking get you, nunca se les va a cambiar nada y nunca se les va a abrir los caminos. Like, ellos solos, and not maybe they are zorros. Ellos solos with their negative thinking manifest all that shit. But they don't want to take accountability for that. They always want to blame everybody else. And they want everybody else to clean up their mess. And it's like, no. Parenting a grown-ass adult is called being codependent. You can't do that. You can't be your friend's keeper. You can't be your friend's mother. Like, you can't. Especially if you are a wife or a mother to somebody else. Like, no. Cada quien con su vida. You have to put on your big boy, your big girl pants on and take care and handle your shit. Because no one's gonna fucking rescue you. Y ahora como está el mundo ahorita y in the economy, la economía, menos. You gotta fucking do for you, dude. Te tienes que chingar, güey. Like, your freedom is gonna fucking cost you. My grandma always said that. La libertad, like, the way she said it in Spanish, your liberty is always gonna fucking cost you. Your freedom is not free. Te va a costar algo emotionally, mentally, financially. But it's a sacrifice. Vale la pinche pena. Do you want to be under somebody's fucking thumb all the time that can be fucking you over, quitándote el dinero, threatening a roof over your head?
I can kick you out if I want. Te quito el carro, te quito esto. At this grown-ass age, you really want to be fucking living like that? No. Por eso, have your own job, have your own house, have stuff in your own fucking name. So that way nobody holds it over you. I don't know who needed to hear that, earth signs, but someone's going to be like, whatever, you're just a spoiled brat and an only chap, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'm not, I'm going to coast until my mom and my dad die, as in I get everything. No. What the fuck you doing in your life to create a skill or what? Porque, like, in my opinion, ese dinero no lo debes de gastar en pendejada. Like, how are you going to be wasting your mom and your dad's legacy that they spent lifetimes chingándose for you to spend en mamada y media? O sea, tampoco, no seas pendejo, pendeja. Like, I just can't with people like that. And I just couldn't be a friend with someone like that. That they were always bad-mouthing their parents and then, pero I need my money, I need this, I need that. And I know a lot of people can be like, but you fucking do that shit too. But here's the thing. Yo puedo hablar con mi mamá bien y arreglar las cosas. And I know I have a shitty attitude and so does she. She and I are a lot alike. It's crazy. The two big cats can't share the cage. But that's my mom and I love her. And I am not expecting her to give me whatever she worked hard for. And I am not expecting my dad to hand me the ranch, the house, and every other thing that we own or whatever. Because that's his shit. He earned that. He paid for that. And as a matter of fact, the reason why we got the ranch was because my grandpa owed the ranch, I think, 7 times what it was worth because he was not paying the ranch. So I remember they had a family meeting and they said, which sibling can take over the payments without being in fucking debt? My dad was the only one. Boom. That's how he ended up getting the fucking ranch because mi abuelo, que en paz descanse, andaba de pinche cantinero. And that's the lore on the Valdez side a little bit. But I am not expecting que, I'm going to hacerme la chula until they die so I can get the ranch. No. I decided to go get a master's degree. Aunque I like to be like, I'm not using it, blah, blah, blah. But at least I did something for myself. I carved a career for me. I made myself marketable. So in case, for example, teaching failed, I can do all these other things. Like, I got skills. I got experience. I made sure my resume can be long and stuff like that. And maybe that's something that you need to do. And that's another thing. Like, a dicho that I hate, but it's true. Like, tell me with who you hang out with, and I'll tell you with who you are. Hombre que me calaba when my grandma would tell me that. My grandma would tell me and I get fucking pissed because I'd be like, yo, I'm a think for yourself or like I'm not an amoeba. But it's true. Like attracts like. So if you're hanging out with someone that's always a miserable trying to fucking con somebody and live off of somebody else, guess who you're slowly going to be morphing into? No. Hang out y rodeate con gente that they have goals. Like, oh, today I'm going to go for a PhD. I'm getting a certification in this. Or I feel like going to donate at the soup kitchen. My time. I feel like walking at a park. I feel like volunteering and visiting the ancianitos. They give out candy on Halloween, so take your kids. They like to see the kids. Retama. They like to give candy to the kids. That's what I'm going to do. And you all should do it too. Go volunteer at the animal shelter. Like pro-social behaviors, earth signs. Go find people that do pro-social behaviors. Yeah, stop hanging out with people that are always in the fucking bar. Porque that's the thing. El antro siempre va a estar allí. The nightclubs are always going to be there. But your youth, your ability, and your time, we're not. Because time, it's because I thought I had time. That is the biggest fucking lie we fall for. Do we really have all that time? Do we? How do you know? Are you death? Do you know? No. You don't know when your time is up. That's only between death and God. So I hope this is the TED motivational talk that you needed to hear, earth signs, to move your ass and hang out with better people and do better for yourself. Literally sit down and ask yourself, where do I see myself in 5 years? Like, is 5-year earth sign okay with these behaviors and habits? Sí o no? Sí o no? Maybe it doesn't even have to be 5 years. Hey, within the next 3 months, what habits do I have and what habits don't I have? Así de simple. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Poco a poquito vamos. Little by little. Because you've been feeling like you're not getting a fortune. Or some of you, if you were waiting on inheritance money, it ain't coming, honey. Ickies. And you're losing sleep over this because you're refusing to see things from a different perspective. Or this Gemini, this Sagittarius. But you got to work on what's the heaviest in your heart first. And that's when once you start recognizing this is what weighs me down the most, and let me work through it, let me muddle through it, let me sit with it, and then see what happens when I think about this and what needs to happen so it's not negative. That's when things are going to get better for you. Because you are going through a tremendous heartbreak, but you just don't want to admit that to yourself or to others. And it's okay. It's okay to say you fell for somebody that was just a fucking liar and an illusion. Because for a flower to grow, you need rain, right? After the rain comes the rainbow. But this is something you're just not, this is a hurt you're not ready to admit or walk away from, but you need to in order for you to start this new beginning, Virgo. Like, you just want to ghost this heartache, and it's like, no, dude, you got to address that shit. Because that's your money block. Like, you don't want to admit that this relationship, this loss, or this person playing you like boo-boo the fool fucking hurt you. You don't want to admit to that. But a todos los toca perder at one point or another, earth signs. We've all been cheated on and lied to at one point or another. And we've all been the liar and the cheater at one point or another. We are all the villain in somebody's story. But, all right, channeled messages. The letter Z. Smile like you mean it. Can't stand to see you win. This is your warning. They're just scum, babe. Yeah. Nomás es un mec. I'm hearing, who's listening to Radiohead? I'm hearing no alarms and no surprises. This is my final bellyache. No alarms and no yeah, I have time to do one more before I gotta get la peque. This is my last week off before I gotta go back to work. So somebody could be named Kiara, NYC, karmic payback. You make me feel like a woman. Damn. Brunch dates, gangbanger, Christopher, canta, si, I'm sorry, Amanda, Anthony, do anything to be popular. Shout out if you're watching, Chris. Lleva tu mami a Londres. Brianna, breakfast in bed type. I want to find daño, waiting on you to make the first move. The letter R, first letter, last initial. You can't even lie. Serenity, rewiring the brain. The letter T, first letter, last initial. C, W, fake rap beef, gross NDAs. Yeah, anything a celebrity does that gets a lot of attention from the media and all the news reporters start talking about it, or the newscasters, televisoras, I'm like, publicity stunt. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, publicity stunt. Ariana Grande and all her nuevo boyfriends, publicity stunts. That, and I believe she gets a new boyfriend for a new album inspiration, in my opinion. If she's not going through the first stages of a relationship, we're not getting an album. Hey, use men. Use them up. I feel like her person was Mac Miller. Y como él ya falleció, that's it. Moving on. 555 on the clock as I said that. Maybe I should do a channel on that. Moving on. They're freaking out because you were riding along. When aren't I? Okay, moving on. Who's from Laredo? Who's from Laredo? Try to bug your phone and your home. House music. I love it when you read your books. Someone thinks you're a cute book nerd. Thank you. Third house synastry. I know you care for me. It shows. The letter K. First, middle, or last. K, Z. Z's very... I'm hearing Zamora, Nancy, D, Junie B, Samuel, EDC. Woo, confirmation. I'm in love with the way you say my name, Mac Miller. Aww, and you can be my. I'm in love with the way you say my name every time it sounds brand new. Ooh, Avoid that low-vibing earth sign, the letter M or W, first, middle, or last initial. Where did you go? Lost their gifts for coming for you. It happens. Maria, my main squeeze. Dominique. Alan, I'm still in love. I haven't heard that name in forever. And I was just thinking about this chapete. Sorry. Shout out if you're watching, bro. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Arce. Who else would hang out with those douches? Hi, Carlos. Hi, Carlos Valdepeña. I used to be middle school friends with them, and I had the biggest crush on Alan, like, que agüite, way. I should go back. Nah, Alan was okay. The one that I should go back in time and really go my ass into therapy for was the one that used to be a go-go dancer. Ay, Clarissa, David's like, no, hombre, no, hombre, como andabas noviando, girl. All right, moving on. Wants to compromise you energetically. Your work speaks for itself. Wait until I tell you what he did, David. No, hombre, I was just talking about why I call him a mech and why he does no longer exist to me. Because one of his friends, okay, this is what happened. And I'm not letting it go. So, chisme time, chat. We're getting into chisme. So, I was at Jardín in July, and I was in, like, my hot raver gear or whatever, y andaba este acuario estúpido ahí con el go-go dancer. And now, let's go back to 2017. So, this guy was stringing me along like it wasn't, andaba de migajera. Anywho, and Leti would be like, for the 5th billionth time, that guy don't give a fuck about you, pero ahí vas de pendeja. So, Leti was working at the hotel overnight off of Jackman. And so what happened was that, of course, this guy andaba de PUTO, de pito suelto, and being like, you should come to my shows and see my band play, blah, 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 making it seem like I was the only girl he was talking to. And then when I would show up, I andaba con las groupies y no sé qué pedo. And then I'd be like, no, if I have to compete for your attention with all those other hoochies, fuck no. That's why I would always take a friend with me and just be hanging out with my friends, because he would do that, yo, con mis chicas, whatever. So then, afterwards, I don't know what happened. Like, it was when I was gordita, but I was losing weight. Like, I was in between sizes. And so then Leti, like I said, she was working overnight at front desk. And then, like, I get a call, like, at 6 in the morning on a Saturday as I'm getting ready to go for a run. And she's like, hey, I have to tell you something, and you're going to get pissed the fuck off. I was like, oh, what? Guess who just walked in with some bitch who does not know her left from her right now into my hotel lobby? Se la canté enfrente de mi manager. I was like, shithead. She's like, sí. Nomás para que sepas, güey. Y ya, por favor de Dios, por el amor de Dios, ya no le estés hablando nada, güey. And she's like, he couldn't even look me in the face cuando le tiré la pinche hotel key. Le dije, guess who's about to wake up ahorita para ir for a run? And I'm going to tell her right now, and I'm going to show her the footage where you're walking in with this bitch. Nomás pa que sepas. And after that day, I blocked him off of everything. Didn't speak to him, because that's what's one thing that would always piss me off. Like, every time he would be talking to another girl, I would never make my presence known. I would just back off, go away, pursue somebody else. I wouldn't be like, let me go hunt you down and compete with you. Like, no. I already did my part. I showed up to your stupid band show. All you had, like, I did my legwork. But no, afterwards, no. And then I would run into him at local wrestling shows. My ears are burning. Someone's probably like, ya cállate. No. Yo siempre voy a ser el problema, porque yo nunca me voy a dejar y nunca me voy a olvidar. So, what happened was, like, fast forward a couple years later, I was at a wrestling show, and I was with my fiance at the time, my husband now, and my daughter. And I said hi to everybody except this chapeton. And he was there hanging out with the Aquarius. And I introduced my family except him. So then, fast forward to July in Jardín. Así na quedó las cosas, where I haven't seen this motherfucker or this other person. We get to Jardín or whatever, and I'm there raving with the girls. Y I miro aquel douchebag, the go-go dancer that walked into the hotel room or the hotel lobby, and then the other one. And I wasn't going to go up to them to say hi, menos con ese pinche pendejo ahí enseguida. And I was like, nah, I ain't saying hi, porque ese vato ni lo quiero mirar ni en pintura. So, afterwards, I got pissed because the other guy basically snubbed me. Long story short. And so we recently had a talk about this at Hal's, I want to say, on Saturday. Y no, hombre, se atacó el hochis, where I was like, why? Porque te pega el otro chapete if you come talk to me. Nada más te voy a decir, ese vato ni en pintura lo quiero ver. He's dead to me, es pinche mech, blah, 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 blah. That's between you and him. Then why the hell are you inserting yourself into the drama and trying to take a side? Pero sí, David, así resultó. A lo que yo supe lupe. And no, I'm not editing any of this out. Like, I'm at an age where I really don't care. Like, if you have a problem with the way I tell a story, because I'm autistic, I have photographic memory. I remember everything for better or for worse. So if you have a problem with the way I am retelling a story, maybe reflect on your fucking behavior with me. Because how is it that I'm on the spectrum and I have enough self-awareness to be like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But you fucking neurotypicals don't. And I'm the one that's on the spectrum and hard to read. Bitch, please. Like, that's usually us neurodivergence problems with you neurotypicals. We say what we mean and mean what we say. You all fucking don't. And we're tired of decoding that shit. Sincerely, an autistic woman with ADHD. Now, moving on. But your work speaks for itself, Earth Signs. Like, you're okay. It's just you have to feel your feelings. And it's okay. Crash. Like, I even told this guy, I regret not fucking crashing out enough. Like, always crash the fuck out. But don't get arrested either. Like, but when I say always crash out, I say, tell them how you fucking feel. Let them know where they got you fucked up. Tell them, fuck that, I ain't having that. And this is the beginning of aftermath. I don't know why I'm thinking about forget about Drake. But, no. Make them stand on it. And just like that motherfucker decided to dick ride for that go-go dancer, I made him stand on it at Hal's. I made him stand on it. No me quisiste saludar porque andabas con el otro panocho de aquel vato. ¿Ahora qué? Because he's not here, now you can fucking say hi. And I said that in front of everybody. What did he do? You have to learn how to let that shit go. Nah. Not when you're playing in my face saying, I don't hate women. Let me be your friend, Claire. Let me show you. And then you do that shit. O sea, no. Arrastra check. And like I told that guy, I'm sorry, dude, pero yo siempre voy a ser la del problema porque yo nunca me voy a dejar. And it's cost me jobs. My boss wanted me to sign a letter while I was held hostage in his office. And I was like, nope. Nope. Absolutely not. You're a principal, sir. Be so fucking for real. You could be Vladimir Putin, and I would still tell you, no. It cost me my life, but you're not going to do what you want with me. You're not. You're not. So resist, Earth Signs, resist. Honor your feelings. Every time you say yes when you really mean no, you're not honoring yourself. Every time you're like, no, it's okay, that didn't upset me, and it really did, you're dishonoring yourself. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, te la rayan, te la cantan, they won't let it go. How come you're supposed to let it go? Let it go to me sounds like let the abuser get away with what they did. Who does letting it go really benefit? Who does letting it go really benefit? Is it going to benefit you? Is it going to make you feel peaceful? No. Fuck them. Tell them. Very Dave Chappelle of me. At P Copy, we tell the customers, fuck you. You know why? Because fuck them. That's why. Then again, I'm someone that loves the song by Calle 13, Yo Quiero Que Lloren. You all need to listen to that album. René Pérez Chocardo, the lead singer of Calle 13, has a master's degree in fine arts. But I'm going to leave you with all those caveats and all that lore. El otro is probably punching the air, like otra vez no se calla la boca esta ruca sobre el del hotel. No, y no me voy a callar. That's what you get for sleeping with all my friends, vato. Sin atacarse, because yo tuve que aguantar tanta mamada y media. And all because I'm recalling the play-by-play ESPN style. Or all because I'm replaying the play-by-play. Ahora sí se atacan. Men versus accountability way. Men, cis heterosexual men, aka trade, versus accountability. No te enojes because I figured out you like to nibble on the candy cane. I love the dolls. I don't care that you love the dolls. What I care is how you treat me like a mierda. That's my issue, no? A mí no me estás maltratando nomás porque I live in my life authentically because soy jota y te digo que soy jota, que soy jochis. Like, ¿eso a ti qué? But that's enough about that. That's literally what it is. Un cis heterosexual man that in reality is trade trying to beef with me because I won't kiss his ass. And it's like, dude, you need to go talk about how, like, you're trade and you're living a double life. You need to go deal with that before you come try and attack anybody else. Porque si le pregunto, ¿eres hochis o eres hetero? He's lying. Es hochis. But it's not about that. It's about not being a mierda. Like, this guy's a mierda, dude. Like, mierda. Like, I even told him, si la gente supiera lo nivel de mierda que eres conmigo. But all right, moving on. So you could be dealing with a hard Virgo, 666. Diablo. Virgos, you're the devil. No, I'm just kidding. You could be dealing with a Virgo or strong Virgo or Libra. Ain't no way. An Aquarius and a Libra, or somebody born in November, Scorpio, Sag, somebody born in July, Leo, Cancer. Strong Virgo, Aquarius, and Libra. But I hope these messages help you out. And if I ever say something that is out of pocket, Vanda, you let me know. And I will be like, damn, shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Sorry. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message just helps you out. Damn, Earth signs, your readings have been hella profound lately, and I'm living for it. I'm liking these. Hope you all have a wonderful time between now and Scorpio season. And relax. And don't be afraid to tell people, this is where you got me fucked up, and we're not moving forward from that until you either apologize or agree to disagree. Bing.